Hello students, in previous video we have learnt about Thomson's model of an atom, and now we are going to study about the Rutherford model of an atom. So in this model, Ernest Rutherford performed the experiment. So in this experiment, Rutherford uh, bombarded the alpha particles on gold foil. So after the bombarding alpha particle on gold foil, he observed that most of the fast moving alpha particle passed straight through the gold foil. Second one is, some of the alpha particles were deflected by foil by small angle. And the third observation is that very few alpha particle, it means one of the 12,000 alpha particles appeared to rebound. So on the basis of his experiment, Rutherford concluded that most of the space inside the atom is empty because most of the alpha particle pass through the gold foil without getting deflected. And next observation is that a very few particles were deflected from their path, indicating that positive charge of the atom occupied very little space. By the third observation, he concluded that a very small fractional of alpha particles were deflected by 180 degree, that is, they rebound, indicating that all the positive charge and mass of atom were concentrated in a very small volume within the atom. On the basis of his experiment, Rutherford put forward the nuclear model of an atom having the following features. Then there is a first point. There is a positively charged, highly dense center in a atom called nucleus. Nearly the whole mass of the atom resides in the nucleus. Second is, the electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular path. And the third one is, the size of the nucleus is around 10 raised to the power minus 15 meter, is very small as occupied to the size of the atom 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. Now some limitations of the Rutherford model of an atom. So first one is, any charged particle when accelerated is expected to radiate energy. To remain in a circular orbit, the electron would need to undergo acceleration. Therefore, it would radiate energy. Thus, the revolving electron would lose energy and finally fall into the nucleus. If this were so, the atom should be highly unstable. Therefore, matter would not be exist. But we know matter exists. It means that atoms are quite stable. Thus, it could not explain the stability of an atom when charged electrons are moving under the attractive force of positively charged nucleus. And the second one is, Rutherford model could not explain the distribution of electrons in the extra nuclear portion of the atom. After the Rutherford model, Bohr's model of an atom is here. So let's see here. To overcome the objection raised against Rutherford's model of an atom, Niels Bohr put forward the following postulates about the model of an atom. So here the first point is, atom consists of positively charged nucleus around which electrons revolve in discrete orbits. That is, electrons revolve in certain permissible orbit and not just in any orbit. Second is, each of these orbits are associated with certain value of energy. Hence, these orbits are called energy shell or energy level, as the energy of an orbit is fixed or stationary. Orbit is also called stationary state. Now let's see here, third point is that starting from nucleus, energy level or orbit are represented by numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. or by alphabets K, L, M, N, etc. Then the fourth point is that normally the electron present in the first energy level even have lowest energy. Energy increases on going towards outer energy levels. Then fourth point is that energy of an electron remains same as long as it remains in discrete orbit and it does not radiate energy while revolving. And the sixth point is that when energy is supplied to an electron, it can go to high energy levels, while an electron falls to lower energy level when it radiate the energy.